Hello folks, and welcome back to Whiskey Wars. My name's Sean, and today we have another episode of Have a Drink on Me. Today's drink is brought to us by Stacie over at 4 Leaf Whiskey, and what has she given us? It's, well, if I can get it here, Talnua American Single Pot Still, Old Saints Keep 2022. Let's get into it. That's a heck of a name. Well, this thing is a mouthful. The name wraps all the way around the tiny sample bottle. Yeah, but so what is it? So it's Talnua is American Single Pot Still Irish Whiskey. And the Old Saints Keep version is released every year on St. Patrick's Day, which just happens to be my and my wife's anniversary. So, you know, if I like this, then maybe this could be like our anniversary pour. There you go. But yeah, so Talnua, they release this every year on St. Patrick's Day to celebrate the Irish holiday. And makes sense because it's Irish whiskey. But let's get into this here and get some thoughts on it. Some single pot still Irish whiskey. Sounds good to me. Wow, that nose is very nice. So lots of fruits. Getting like a nice pear note. Maybe a little bit of an apple, like a green apple. Slight pineapple note going on there as well. A little bit of vanilla, you know, almost like a custard note showing up. Slight caramel note. It's a very like creme brulee with lots of fruits going on as well. So like creme brulee as well as fruits happening. There's a note here. There's a very slight mintiness, almost like Halls kind of going on, but it's kind of buried underneath all the other stuff happening. There's just this slight kind of minty, effervescent kind of thing happening. That's interesting. Yeah, so you got all these fruit notes, nice kind of custard, creme brulee thing going on, creamy vanillas and toasted sugars, and all those like the pear and the pineapple and the apple note. And then also there's like this slight Halls minty note. So interesting. Now let's get into the sip though. Here we go. Yeah, so a lot of bright fruit notes on the palate as well. The nose kind of told us that was coming and didn't disappoint. So a lot of pear going on, nice crisp apple notes. Little bit of like a pineapple sour, like sweet sour thing going on there. Not as much caramel on the palate, but there is a little bit going on. There is a nice kind of vanilla creaminess happening there. I don't know if it's quite creme brulee, but it's definitely a nice kind of creamy note. Let's go one more sip here and talk about that finish. First off, forgot to mention on the palate, near the back of the palate, right before you get into the finish, there's a little bit of that mint showing us. It kind of reminds me almost of like the mint note you might get off of like a mojito or something like that. Yeah, so interesting. And then the finish, that kind of mint, effervescent kind of tingle on the tongue, continues down through the finish. There's a little more spice on the finish than there is on the palate. I would say maybe a white pepper, not real spicy, maybe some baking spices in there as well. A nice general sweetness, a little caramel happening, and that pear note kind of comes back around and is on the finish as well. I think all in all, very nice sip. Really enjoyed that. Thank you, Stacie, 4 Leaf Whiskey. And folks, please check her out. The link will be down in the description box so you can check out her channel and show her the love. Again, appreciate this sample, even though it is a mouthful to say. Again, this is the Talnua American Single Pot Still Old Saints Keep 2022, and I can verify it is quite good. Thank you again, Stacie, and thank you everyone for watching. Appreciate that. And please hit that like button if you did like this review. Also, here's other reviews from us right here, and here's the subscribe button, so please do that. And until next time, folks, just remember, you can never have too much good whiskey.